We're rolling. Guys, what a week. I, I don't even know. I don't know if you guys just heard my stomach, but my stomach says it all. So, I just went out to go to Target to get coffee, yogurt, and some berries because I'll get into it in a minute. But I'm wearing this flannel, and this is not what I wore out. I was wearing just like a dark blue t-shirt that I thrifted, and it was like kind of like it was drenched in sweat because it is still like a million degrees in California. It was like 60 degrees last week, but then it just randomly got hot again. So let's just all collectively hope for cooler weather. But I really like this flannel. I feel like it kind of depends on the vibe and like what I accessorize it with, because I feel like if I'm not too careful, it'll make me look too old. But that's just my take on it. I also got this other flannel. Let me actually show you. I thrifted both of these like this past week, but this one I can't wear because it's too small. So I'm probably just gonna give it to a friend of mine, but here it is. I love the color so much. It's a shame that it doesn't fit. It's a small, so like it literally doesn't fit me. Like it doesn't, like the sleeves, unless I unbutton them, don't even go over my hands. This one's a bit tight too, but it still fits, you know? But yeah, there's that. I also got this cup. I was craving Starbucks one day, and I was like, you know what? Let me just give myself a more updated Starbucks experience. So I got this cup. It was like $10. Actually, the price is actually on the bottom. Yeah, it was $10.95. And yeah, I really like this because like I said, it gives me the experience. But I was gonna get Starbucks today because I've been feeling a little bit down today, but I didn't. Uh, what I've been doing now, when every time I crave something that I know I shouldn't eat or like consume, I say, "How do you want to feel?" I'm like, I want to feel good. And yeah, I'll feel good if I eat Starbucks or drink Starbucks, but like I'll feel better over the fact that I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? So I did this today. I've been doing this like every morning now, and it's like it's significantly less sugar for me, so that's a really good thing. And you can kind of tell that my face has been getting better. This kind of randomly popped up because I went out with friends the other day. I'll get into that too. And I splurged, but I'm not too mad. But anyways, I had to get yogurt and stuff this morning because yesterday I didn't have my yogurt in the morning, and I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, but I was so lethargic by the end of the night. And I could tell it's because I didn't start my day correctly because I didn't have my yogurt. And yeah, I was just like really tired. I was like, girl, like, why am I so tired? I went to bed at like 1, I think, and then I didn't wake up until 12:30. I got like so much sleep, but I don't know. And then everyone was like texting me this morning. I was like, stop texting me, gosh. I have some stories to tell about this week, you guys. Um, First of all, I'm like torn because this past week was easily like one of the best weeks of my entire life, but it was also so like emotionally volatile. The reason I say that is because one, my friends and I, we went to Halloween Horror Nights, and as you guys know, like, um, if you guys, I think I mentioned it briefly on Witch Obsession, so you know, if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. But yeah, we went to excuse me, Halloween Horror Nights. It was fun. I liked it. I don't know, like, you guys, like, it's kind of funny because I think I hate horror movies, but I don't mind like the mazes and stuff. Like, they're scary and all, but like I know it's fake, or at least I hope it's fake, but you know, like, it's fake, so like there's obviously an element to it that makes it fake. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm like washing my bed sheets right now, so pardon this mess. But aside from that, like, I just had a lot of fun there. But there's like a lot of things about the trip that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And you guys, I truthfully, honestly don't know how to start. So actually, I think this is gonna be like really jumbled because I don't know. So I saw people out, like, what we went on the 5th. So it was this past Thursday. I don't know when you're watching this, but we went on the October 5th. I saw so many people that looked just like the people that I have been with, like my exes. Like some of them like looked so much like that. I literally thought it was them. I was full blown staring because I was like, is that them? It was so freaking scary, dude. And I was like, and it wasn't them, you know, obviously it wasn't them. Like, why would they be Halloween Horror Nights but on that day? But like, I know like things can happen, but like, I just like, I knew it wasn't them. Do you get what I'm saying? But it just like, it kind of like, it was spooky because before we got there, we were listening to the song in the car called Deja Vu, and it's by Post Malone and Justin Bieber. The song is fabulous, and I'm late to the game because it's really old. But like, I feel like I should be closer. Here, let me just like, hopefully you don't fall. Okay. So I was listening to that song, and I think it was very ironic because it was like, you know, deja vu, you know? And I don't know, you guys. And then yesterday I showed my friends my ex because they were like, I was like, do you know what he looks like? And they were like, he's gotten better. And I don't know why, you guys, but like, when I operate from a place of ego with my ex, I just know every time I'm gonna lose because he's literally so narcissistic, and he, maybe not narcissistic, but like, if not that, it's just only caring about yourself. Do you know what I mean? And so like, as a result, I just like, I try not to function from a place of ego when it comes to talking about him because I know it never ends well for me. But it just like, it really sucks because there are a few things that have been coming up to the surface based on the things that have been happening to me. By the way, guys, a lot happened this past week. Oh my gosh. But I wish I could like take my thoughts and just put it into your brain so I didn't have to take so long to explain it, you know? But like, there's 2 isolated events that have happened between right now. Today is what? You're gonna be seeing this, the day I upload this is the day that it's, today's the, let me check my calendar. Today's the 8th. Ooh, I have to go watch Haley Comet's Magic Monday. If you guys don't know what that is, you need to get on that. It's so good. She uploads like every Sunday, and it's just so much fun to listen to. I love her. She's just like the highlight of my week. Like, besides talking to you guys and like, you know, my morning coffee. Like, I love you guys. But so between now and like October 5th, so much happened. One, so I was going to my friend's house yesterday, and tell me why her brother, I knew I had a suspicion about him, you guys. I just knew he's bizarre, okay? I'm not gonna say that he's in love with me, okay? I don't think that's the case here, but there is most definitely something about this situation that is not correct. And the reason I say this is because when I was driving there yesterday, he seen me on the road, and tell me why. Okay, so we were both going, like, he was going home and I was like, you know, pulling up to go see her little sister and all that. But, or his little sister, excuse me. And tell me why we was driving, he took a picture of me. Like, he sent it to my friend. And she was like, yeah, like, he was talking about how, like, he seen you and stuff like that. And I'm like, he did not have to take a picture of me to prove that, okay? Like, he didn't have to do that. And I thought it was very strange. And I asked this advisor on Keen about how he feels, and she literally did not answer the question. Like, she did not help at all. I don't know. It was $17, worst $17 I've ever spent in my life. I'm so mad, you guys. I wish I could get a refund. Maybe you can, but like, I'm like mad, okay? Because she was like, he really like, it takes a lot for him to say how he feels. I'm like, that's why I'm asking you, Miss Ma'am. That's why I'm asking you how he feels. I know that he doesn't say how he feels easily. This is why we're here. This is why I pulled up. This is why I gave you my money, girl. What do you mean? Oh my god, you guys. I was so mad after that. I was like, girl, how do you have like a 5-star rating? This was the worst reading I've ever gotten in my entire life. And not to be a hater, but like, I just like, I'm sorry, but I have other readers on there and they were not responding to me, or they were like busy, so I just decided, oh, you know, like maybe I'll try. Never doing it again. I will wait until my advisors are online. Like, seriously, that was horrible. I'm not gonna say her name because like obviously other people have enjoyed her readings, but like for me personally, I was just like, this is terrible. Like, you did not answer the question at all. If anything, you only not only did you not answer the question, but you also caused even more questions. And I was like, that is not whatever. I was very irritated, you guys. But and then it's just like, that was weird. And then yesterday, also on the same day, this guy on Instagram, I seen him on YouTube. He has like almost like, he has like 98K subscribers. So he has like a considerable amount, you know? And I followed his Instagram because I was like, oh, like he made an Instagram, like I'll just follow it. He said he was following back. He followed me back. I was like, cool. And then he started viewing my stories and he responded to one at some point. And then yesterday, he like slid up on my story again and he was like DMing me, asking me out and stuff like that. And he was all telling me and like, you know, like telling me sweet nothings and stuff like that. I was like, girl, what? And he was like, oh, like, what do you like doing and stuff like that. And he left me on scene, dude. Like, I woke up this morning, I was still left on scene. And so I just unfollowed him, made him unfollow me. I unsubscribed from him because I was just like, that's weird, okay? Like, it's not the fact that you reached out like that would be considered weird to some people. To me, it was just like whatever. But like, the fact that like, I don't know, like, don't run up on me saying all these things to me and trying to like, you know, make me feel all special and stuff, because it's very obvious that you are just trying to gain something, or there is just something that you want from me. And even if that's not the case, that's what it feels like, and I just like would rather not. I don't know, you guys. I'm like in a very like, I'm in a very like hostile mood right now. I'm sure you could tell, but I don't know. Like, it really irritated me. You know, I don't like those people that say something but then they don't do it. You know, stop wasting everybody's time. Okay, stop. Like, I don't care if you do it or not, but don't say that you're going to do it and then don't do it. That's called lying. That's called breaking promises. That's called letting people down. Don't do that. You don't owe me what it is that you are offering, so don't say you're gonna do it. My ex was the absolute worst offender of this. He'd be like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. None of it. And I'm like, you are wasting everybody's time, including your own. So now when people say things to me, I just don't believe them. Like, I know that's not a good thing, but like, I genuinely just don't believe people when they tell me things. I'm like, if you are going to do what it is that you claim you're going to do, you will simply just do it. You will not sit here and try to convince everybody that you're going to do it, okay? Like, that just shows that you're trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, whatever. Oh, you guys, I can't do this with you right now. I will get so mad. Like, seriously, it irritates me to no freaking end. Okay, let's be zen. Let's just be zen. On a lighter note, I went to get frozen yogurt yesterday, and look what I got. This is from Yogurtland. They gave me like this giant spoon. They're like, you spend $10, you get a giant spoon. I'm like, thanks, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but I mean, I think it's cute and it's pretty nice. I don't know what I was doing with that, but anyways, I got a few packages yesterday. Let me show you. I also got the Southern Gothic Oracle. I finally got my hands on it. I love it. I haven't really used it that much yet. I definitely want to today so I can film tomorrow with it. And I also got this candle. Excuse me. I don't know what it is, you guys. Like, not to be nitpicky, but these edges, they feel a little bit more sharp compared to the other candles. You can't, visually, you can't really notice it, or unless maybe you can. Yeah, you can kind of notice it. You see? See how this one, like, they just, like, look different, you know? It's whatever, though. You can't really tell unless you were, like, somebody that's seasoned with these candles. And, like, even then, it's just, like, not that big of a deal. But in terms of smell, it does smell like pear tart, but it kind of smells like shampoo or something. I don't know, it's not my favorite scent, but I got it for the nostalgic purposes, and I really like the green. Um, I'm probably gonna get another one sometime this week. Anyways, those are the things I got last week. But like, yeah, like that whole interaction, that guy that I had on Instagram, like, sorry, I just got a notification, but like, he just like, that was very dysregulating to me. It was very triggering, honestly, because like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like, I just don't like when people try to make me feel like special, or when people like do that to me, you know, like, I hate when people like say that I'm special, and it's just like, I don't feel special, okay? You can just show that I'm special, okay? Like, that's who I am, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, you're so special to me, like you're the most special person in the world, you know? Like, yeah, like I'll say I love you and stuff like that because like I want to remind you. But like even then, like before, like I just like wasn't the type of person to use words of affirmation too much. Like, I would occasionally because people in my life appreciate it, but just generally speaking, I'm just the kind of person that will show you, you know? And I don't know why people go out of their way to try and convince other people instead of just doing things that will convince them, you know? My allergies have also been acting up, and I just get super congested, or like, I don't know, like my nose starts running when I start filming. It's so annoying. Like when I turn this camera off, my nose will be fine again. Anyways, could also just be because there's like creamer in this. I love that noise. Anyways, I was also listening, or actually there's this new Doja Cat song called Agora Hills. It's like all over the internet right now, and it's just like, I have very mixed feelings on Doja Cat, you guys. Like, after how she like voiced herself on the internet, I just like, I girl, like, I, please, like, give me a break. Just give me a break, okay, you guys. Like, I don't like Doja as a person, and like I don't mean that in a way that's like like that's just how I feel, you know. Like I feel like even before like Planet Her and stuff like that, she was already somebody with like questionable morals. And ever since she started dating that one dude, I'm just like, that's what you're showing off, you know? And like I don't mean like, I kind of do mean that in a hateful way, because he like apparently has all these allegations of like harassing young women and stuff like that. I'm like, great person to show off, guys. Like, love that. That is a trophy, you guys. Like, congratulations. Like, you won bronze, silver, and gold in the Morons Olympics. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I just like do not condone dating people or being around people or supporting people that are not good people. That's why I broke up with my ex, because he said the N-word, which is inappropriate. Cause he's not black. And you can talk all you want, but like seriously, guys, I just like, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. Like, I know that it's none of my business. She don't even know me and all that. And it was very annoying because I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, it's not, it's more so about how I feel as opposed to the situation at hand, you know? But anyways, that's really all I have to say about the situation. Like, I really like Doja's music. She's never released bad music per se. I just think it's all about her behavior, how she is as a person. And like, it's just very hard for me to listen to somebody when they are a bad person. I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that sometimes she's a little bit like, I don't know. I don't even know, dude. But aside from all of that, like, cause it's just like, I listen to Ariana Granola and I love Ariana, but like she's done some weird things. She's done some very questionable things, you guys. Lizzo though, I will literally never listen to her ever again. Or like if I do, like it's not gonna be for a while, because after like what came out of her, I was like, there's a difference between being a dislikable person between being like a literal criminal, okay? Like, I'm sorry. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't know. I know some people will disagree with what I have to say, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't really hate on people that support Doja, but I am a little bit side eye vibes to people who don't understand what she's done, you know? It's like, at least acknowledge what she has said and acknowledge how she has behaved, you know? Because it's like, her main argument was that like no one, like, we're not her friends and stuff like that. And that's valid, you know? Like, I think that's a very great boundary to set down. But like, just because we're not your friend doesn't mean that like you should be rude to us, or doesn't mean that you should just be disrespectful to people on the internet. And like, at the same time, I do think that there are different points where like she was correct to like be crazy, because like there are some times where people just say the most outrageous, entitled things to her. And like, if I was her, I would clap back too. But there's a difference between just like people be like, what? And then she's like, you're dumb, like get a job and stuff like that. You know, like you just don't say that. At least to people who don't have it coming. But simultaneously, I do feel like it was a publicity thing, because all of that like drama and all of that like backlash really did give her a lot of traction on the internet. Everyone was talking about her, dude. So it's like, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was all a front, you know? I wouldn't even be surprised if like none of that was her actual feelings. I feel like she maybe did it just to like get the publicity for her new album, and it worked, at least to a degree. But because it's like, everyone's gonna just forget someday and it's gonna be like, whatever. But anyways, aside from that, the Agora Hill song, I just like, first of all, I think it's very funny that like she's dating like a problematic person or somebody that has done some really weird things, and then she's all like, I want to show you off. I'm like, why do you want to show that off? Like, that's just me, you know? Like, if I, like, that's like if I was still with my ex and he had clearly said a racial slur and I'm like, I want to show you off. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, to me, that's very strange. Okay, if that's your jam, that's your jam, you know. But like, I am side eyeing. I am side eyeing. Okay, but anyways, aside from all of that, I know I keep going back to that, but I can't help it. I've been seeing that song everywhere, and people have been showing off their relationships on social media with that song, and it's very annoying for me because it evokes feelings of jealousy and bitterness. Because like, you guys, like, I was in a relationship where I was expected to literally hail up the other person like they were a bloody god, whereas I got treated like I was just like some normal person, not worthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in that relationship, I just genuinely felt like I wasn't cared about, or I wasn't that special, you know? Like, he was all like, post me on social media, or like he gave me those vibes, like really appreciating it when I posted him on social media. And then when it came to me, he like didn't want to show my face and stuff like that. And it's just like it's just like, do you see this? You know, I just like, what a terrible, entitled, hypocritical person, you know? Like, I just like, I hate his guts so much, and I hate the way he treated me. And like, he can talk all he wants, he can get like better all he wants, but how you treated me will still be on your record, okay? Like, I remember that. I don't know, you guys, and like, maybe you guys are gonna be like, you're so bitter and angry. Like, yes, I am. I am. I am bitter and angry because I was mistreated, and I didn't deserve that. But I don't know. I don't mean to like, actually I kind of do mean, but like, I just like, I'm coming from a place of like, I didn't deserve that. I'm coming from a place of like, this is how I feel, and if other people are going to go on and on about how they feel, even at the expense of other people's comfort and other people's like emotions, like, I will do the same, you know? Like, ain't nobody gonna be expressing my feelings for me, so may as well do it myself. But yeah, I just realized that I've been very mean in the name of my peace. And I wouldn't even say I'm being very mean, you know? So like, the other night, this guy texted me, and we had texted before. I met him in the summer. I think I told you guys about him, but he was a Cancer, and he was like getting over his two exes and whatnot. And he texted me. He was like, "Hey, how are you doing? I know it's been a while since we talked." And like that's just like, you know, those things where it's like you get a terrible feeling, but like nothing necessarily happened. Like that, it was like, I don't know what it was about that message, but something about it was giving me, I need you again. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing about like what he said suggested that, but like I just got that feeling, and I was like, listen, you guys, he ain't add nothing to my life in the first place, so you may as well not even roll a dice. I was just like, you know what? Excuse me. I texted him, I said, please don't ever talk to me ever again, and I blocked him. That was that, because seriously, he was giving me the same vibes as somebody last year that like dragged me through the rickshaw. Like they dragged me by the scalp through a gravel driveway until I was screaming and bawled. Like I was dead. Like I was gone. Like I was shocked. Okay, like last October was so bad because of that, and I was like, you know what? Let's not let this happen ever again. Okay, like let's not deal with people that want to be not a vibe. You know. And you get a thumbnail. Oh, actually, isn't that such a cute thumbnail? Or would this be like? I don't know. It's at 26 seconds, 26 minutes. But yeah, I just like. Oh, also, my roommate moved out. The one that was like in the one where you'd always hear her door squeaking, she just moved out, and I wasn't even there. Like, I was at Halloween Horror Nights. I came home and her stuff was missing from the bathroom. I was like, "What's going on?" And I knocked on her door, or rather, I just opened it because I had this feeling, the room is literally empty. Like, y'all, it was giving Roanoke Island. Like, I just walk in and it's like all gone. Like it's as if though no one ever lived there. It's as if though like she was never here ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like my other roommate was like, her room's cleaned out. I was like, I saw. But yeah, she texted me yesterday though, so I was like, yeah. And then I don't know, like her situation's just a mess. She was like, that was just a mess, and like I would rather not talk about it. Aside from that, I also got the washer and dryer, you guys. I know. My roommate let me buy it off, and I asked my dad about it, and he was like, okay. And then, you know, I got the washer and dryer. Like, thank you to whatever is out there that did that for me, because oh my gosh, am I lucky or what? Like, that was like I'm favored vibes. Okay, that was like you are the chosen one vibes. Okay, the way that worked out is literally giving I'm chosen. Okay, that's how you make someone feel special. Okay, like I don't know what's out there, but they need to take notes, because that's how you make someone feel special. Okay, you don't tell them that they're special. You do things for them that make them feel special. Whew. But yeah, I hope that you guys had a good week. I know that last week was pretty crazy astrologically. It was kind of all over the place, honestly, but I need to see this week's astrology forecast. I need to film tomorrow. There's something else that I want to tell you guys about. Oh my gosh. You guys. So, y'all can't tell anyone, but I was outside blowing bubbles, and I've been doing this because I needed to get sunlight. I've been going outside as much as possible because I realize that sunlight really regulates me. It helps me so much. It fixes my sleep schedule. It kind of makes me tired sometimes if I don't eat protein in the morning, which is very like, I don't know what that means, but like basically I just been going outside to just like get some fresh air and stuff. And I'm probably gonna do it again today, like in the evening, because it's literally like hell out there. It's literally hell. Like it's like 80 something degrees. But tell me why I started waving at my neighbor's parents, right? Like I started waving at the old couple, right? Like the old man saw me, and he was like, and I was like, oh my god, like And then I waved at the woman. And then the other day, I waved at the woman again. And then tell me why my neighbor that I told you guys about, he came outside to smoke a cigarette in his car. I was a little bit icked out that he was smoking a cigarette, but in this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? So, like, here's a few details that makes this very strange. On top of the fact that it was right after I started being friendly to them. And it's not like I was being rude to them. It's just like, I'm just like a very, like, I'm an awkward neighbor, you guys. Like, I feel like I come off as very standoffish and judgmental. But, like, reality is like, you live next to me. And as a result, like, I don't want to mess up our relationship. Because if you hate me and I just live next to you, like, my whole life will fall apart. But also because when I was growing up, my neighbors never had a relationship with, or like my parents didn't have a relationship with our neighbors. So like as a result, like I just grew up thinking that that was normal, you know? But he came out to smoke a cigarette in his car. And it was only for like a few minutes, like no more than 5 minutes, you guys. And tell me why. Here's the details. 1, all the doors and windows in his house are open. 2, they have a backyard. And 3, he parks across the street, you know? He parks on my side of the street. They live across from me, and he parks like, okay, so there's this house, this is the road, and then this is where I live. He parked his car over here, so that means he has to walk all the way across to go sit in his car just for a few minutes to smoke his car. After I started being friendly, he had never exhibited this behavior. He's never done anything like that before. Like, he didn't even turn his car on, you guys. And the reason that it's important that like he has a backyard and like the doors and stuff are open, it's obvious that whoever he lives with, they know that he smokes, you know, like they know that he smokes. And like for how long he was smoking, it's just like that is not how big a cigarette is, you know, like that it takes way longer to smoke a cigarette. Don't ask, like it, that's just science, okay? Cigarettes like what, like this long? It does not take you like a minute to go through this. If so, there are bigger fish to fry. But yeah, and like I thought it was very strange because like I told my friends about it and they was all like, oh, like maybe his parents don't know he smokes. And I was like, he smelled like cigarettes. I could smell it all the way. Like, you know, I could smell it and we were outside. So it's just like, and on top of that, he does it in his car sometimes. So like, you know, he smells like cigarettes, you know, like, you know, like you can smell it on him at least a little bit, especially because like the people, like they're Hispanic. So like, y'all know how the Hispanic parents be, and like the only reason I know is because like first of all I know like people with Hispanic parents, and second of all like my parents are Asian. They're basically the same thing. It's just like if you have been anywhere near cigarettes, even if you haven't smoked, they'll be like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, my mom, like if you smell anything like smoke, she'll be like, "Tambe fiesta," you know, like did you smoke? And it's just like no, like, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and judging by the way, like it's very obvious, you know. I don't know. Like it was just, it's weird, okay? It's an interesting little anecdote at its very best. At its very best, it's just an interesting anecdote. At its very worst, he's chismoso. He's nosy, okay? Or he's in love with me. Anyways. So what nice weather we're having. But oh my gosh, I need to blow my nose so bad after this, but I feel so much better after talking to you guys. I love telling you guys about my week. I don't know. She still hasn't taught me how to say her name. Like Edel, yeah, Edel. She didn't comment on the last video. So if you're seeing this, I just want to say, I hope you're doing okay. I miss you. I love you. You are like my favorite. Another one for another viewer that watches. I know you're gonna see this, but your name starts with an L. Just want you to know I appreciate you so much. You texted me and you were like, I don't know if you included me when you said you know who you are. I'm like, of course you're included. Like I love you. Like I love all of you guys. Like you guys are the people that you know who you are, you know? Love being around you guys. I just like, I love knowing that like I don't know. I feel like I talk about this every week and I know I keep saying like, oh, like don't say it, just show it, you know, but like I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of hard to show you guys because like, you know, like, but anyways, aside from all that, I just actually, you guys, I kind of want to do something a little cute with you guys with this Sun Gothic Oracle. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, let me pull a message for us collectively, and then I want to ask about something. And I'm going to use the guidebook since I just got this deck. And also, it allows me to showcase the cards. Okay. Collective message for all of us. A card for all of us. They have like kind of like a rose petal finish. I love them. Collective message for all of us. Oh. We got the Grove. It says divinity and awe. Let me look for it in the guidebook. Number 22. Ooh, 22. That could be important. Here goes. It says, sacred groves played a role in pre-Christian traditions throughout Europe, serving as the first churches for Celtic, Roman, Greek, and Germanic people, many of whose descendants later immigrated to the American South. Traces of their ancient practices are still evident in some forests, monoliths, and carvings where people once worshipped in nature temples. This feeling of entering into a sacred cathedral when one steps into an especially beautiful grove is, of course, not limited to any particular sect or time period. The beauty of nature reminds us universally of the possibility of something greater than ourselves. I love that. The Grove card impels you to tap into your connection to the divine and to make your own solemn vow to the earth. Each of us has a responsibility to choose a role in our stewardship of the land in order to protect and cherish our natural world. Stand in the grove, close your eyes, and give thanks for nature's splendor. What will you give in return? I don't know why, but something about that just like gives me like a feeling of like overwhelm. I don't know about you guys, but like when I pray or when I like think about anything that is just like has to do with beliefs, you know, like the universe, like God, like whatever it may be that's out there watching over a spirit, it's just like I feel overwhelmed because like what can I possibly offer to these entities or beings or things that could possibly satisfy and nurture them when I came from them, you know? And I guess if you like really minimize it, it's the sense of like what can you like give to your mother when she like what can you do for her when she is the one that brought you into this world and like you are basically her, you know? I don't know how to explain it, you know, like I just feel so powerless and I feel like all that I can do is truly just appreciate what is being given to me, appreciate like just be appreciative and also just to like do things with integrity and excuse me, grace. Like I just feel like that's the best way, you know? Like it gave me this life to enjoy and to live and learn, and that's what I'll do, you know? And I feel like it's kind of this sense of like, you know, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want that kid to do anything for me besides just live and enjoy their life and have fun, you know? And I feel like that's kind of my mentality with this whole thing. And I definitely feel like that's what I'm getting from this Grove card is like, it's just a very good idea to understand that like you came from this. There is very little that you can give it that it doesn't already have, but what you can give it is like, you know, like adding a little bit of extra love and a little bit of extra like appreciation to the world, you know? At least honor and admire it, you know? We also have the beehive or nest of wasps on the bottom of the deck. We have teamwork and order. I'll read this one too, just because that was really fun. Says, okay, nest of wasps. No matter where you hail from, you can immediately understand why a hive of bees or a nest of wasps would be an inspirational symbol for teamwork. They all have roles to play in order to better the life of the whole colony. In order for their tasks to be fruitful, they must trust one another implicitly. In conjure rituals, wasp nests, which are different from beehives because they are formed from wood pulp, not wax, are often used symbolically as talismans in a variety of spells. For example, a chunk of mud dauber nest might be included in a mojo bag along with other energetic objects. It might carry the intention to improve business or to drive away enemies. This card offers a very dynamic energy, one that vibrates with life and shared purpose. By surrounding yourself with loved ones, whether for you that is family or friends or both, you can tap into the shared energetic spirit that connects you all to one another and reach a higher vibration. I like that too because ironically, I'm doing a few like a collab this week with somebody that I am excited to collab with. But yeah, I think this week just like it gives me this vibe that like I feel like by honoring each other or appreciating like all like I don't know. It's just like it gives me the sense of like you and I both came from the same thing. And so like as a result, by appreciating each other, I feel like we are like unison rating like what we have come from. Anyways, that's cute and all. I hope you guys appreciated that. Now I want to do something a little bit cute. I want to ask what's coming in our okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one for both of us. I'm gonna ask what's coming up in my love life, and then I'll ask for what's coming in your guys' love lives. I'm sorry if like it feels kind of unfair that you guys get a collective message, but I get like a dedicated one. But like I don't know, like that I can't do individual readings when like there's so many of you. Like there's I don't know. I hope you guys don't mind. But I'll do your guys' first. At least if you like care to listen, if you want something from the love life. If you don't, like just, I guess this can just be cute, fun little banter for you guys, or you can, anyways, what's coming in these people's love life? What's coming in from my best friend's love lives? What's coming up in love for them? Okay. We have the peacock for you guys. It says vanity and pride. Number 12. Okay, it says peacocks were for a time the preferred pet of eccentric rich white southerners who liked the way the showy birds looked when prancing across their well-manicured lawns. Their feathers were even used as fly fans, which were waved linguriously, what a tongue-twisting word, to keep flies at bay. Things are changing in your world, and you may be experiencing a personal adjustment that is making you glow from within. Be prepared for a burst of confidence that will allow you to manifest new things into your life, which in turn will make you strike even more proudly. Be careful not to let pride get in your way, blocking you from the messages your tribe is sending you. Your community and family matter, and you must not let the admiration of strangers cloud your vision, so that you forget who helped get you to the top of this staircase. Consider making a list of all the things you may have been ignoring recently. Make special note if you feel you have been leaving behind someone whose affection and loyalty matter to you. Oh my gosh, I feel like you guys have like kind of a similar message, or like a message that I need to hear. But yeah, I just get this feeling that you guys are, it made me think of like the Nine of Pentacles. So it's just like, it gives me the sense that like something about your life will be adding a lot of regality and a lot of excitement. But I also think that it's just like the more down to earth you are about it, or the more that you acknowledge like where you come from, or the more that you acknowledge what was already there before what is added, will not only like, what it makes me think of? It makes me think of like when you draw with pencil, or like graphite in general, and like you draw like new things and it's like dark, and then like you go back and retrace what you already drew. Like for example, like I'm drawing a house, so I draw a square and then I draw the triangle. But by the time I finish drawing the triangle, I notice that the square is a little bit light because the graphite's been smearing and stuff, so I go back and darken the square. It makes me think of like the more you go back and go over the things that that were already there, the more clear and like vibrant the picture will be, and it'll be easier to tell what is going on, and it'll be easier to get a gauge on the situation, and it'll be easier to gain fulfillment. Anyways, now I'm gonna do mine. It's kind of hard to do readings on myself, admittedly, so if you guys are still listening, and if you guys like want to give some extra insight, because I know you guys are probably way more like spiritually and like all that like experienced than me, which is very ironic because some of you guys give me readings in the comments, some of you guys will like tell me things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like these people are way more experienced than me. Like how am I reading for them? What's coming up in my love life? What's coming up in my love life? What's coming up in my love life? What is coming up in my love life? What is coming up in my love life? Oh, we have Armadillo Basket, Grounding and Fierce Protection. Love that because I've already been doing that. So, number 44 says, armadillos are funny looking creatures who, like the turtle, carry their houses on their backs. Some crafters in the South take advantage of the armadillo's armor to create taxidermy baskets from the animals' bodies. When you draw the armadillo basket card, consider how you are a vessel, firm and strong, ready to hold and protect your spirit. There is no question the hard shell of this creature inspires us to be tough, impervious to the minor adversities that the outside world might hurl at us. Be sure to exercise caution and solid judgment when deciding if it is safe to let your guard down. Like the armadillo, you may be tough, but you're not immortal. There are times in each of our lives that we require greater security, a place to retreat from danger or chaos. Seek inspiration from the armadillo, and put up a strong shield to fiercely embrace the things which are most important to you. Period. Yeah. I just I don't know, I feel like for me, it's just about keeping myself safe right now, and I feel like I said, excuse me. I feel like it's been all about, protecting myself and keeping people away from me. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys would like more little segments of oracle or tarot readings like that, do let me know. I know this is not a tarot channel and stuff like that, but I just thought I would share that with you because I just got the deck and I wanted to spend some time with you guys with it. But yeah, aside from that, I feel better. I had a really good week. Okay, despite the fact that there are things about it that stressed me out, made me feel weird, it was a really good week, and I am very grateful and very appreciative of all the blessings that came upon me. So I'm not mad, I'm not mad. There are things about it that were frustrating, yes, but I think that's every week, and I just choose to acknowledge the fact that it was a good week. So yeah, I think that's all I have today. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. See you next time.